So we're going to start off with the MAC Paint Pot and Soft Ochre as the eye base. Make sure to rub out any hard edges. Now I'll be using the shade Parfait in the crease, and I did not set the eye base, and that just ensures brighter, truer pigment. Now I'm going to be using Bellini as a transition shade so it's not too harsh of a line. And I'm going back in with the paint pot to cut the crease. I know a lot of people like to use concealer, but I prefer this because it's a little bit drier and easier for me. If you have hooded eyes like me, make sure that you go slightly above your natural crease, and that will prevent any smudging when you open your eyes. So as you see there, I went slightly above, and that just ensures that your line stays crisp. Now with the shade Squad, we're going to fill in the area that we just carved out. And I'm going to wet this shadow because it's one of the frosty shadows, just to prevent fallout and just give even better pigment. Now we're going to go in with the shade Eggcellent in the outer corner of the eye, just to add a little bit of depth, but it's also frosty, so it's also shimmery and, not too dramatic. Still a softer kind of look. Today I'm using the Professional Pearl Primer, which is one of my favorites and go-tos. Today I'm using the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Concealer. This is a new formula that just came out, and so far I really like it. For all of the complexion products, the lighting is really off, and it makes it look super yellow. And I'll show you guys pictures from my camera at the end so you can see what it actually looks like. I don't know why it looks super yellow right now. For a brighter under eye area, I'm using the Kevyn Supernatural Concealer. This is the only time you'll ever see me use a sponge, by the way. As you can see, I like to pat in the setting powder, and that just helps for it to wear longer and, really set the foundation. I don't do really any like baking or... For under the eyes, I try to use very little powder and just also pat it in softly and just use a much smaller brush. Also make sure that you're looking up when you're setting your under eyes, that way it really extends the skin rightly. Now if you know me, you know I love bronzer. Today I'm using this Honeymoon palette by Gerard Cosmetics for blush and bronzer. Now with the small setting brush, I'm just defining the line where the blush and bronzer end to really lift that cheekbone up. For lashes, make sure that the glue is tacky and has dried down a bit. That way, once you put it on, it's not just flying away everywhere. I couldn't find my little mobile fan, so I just had to use this handheld fan to kind of speed it up once it was on my eye. One of my favorite parts of makeup is highlight, so here we go. This one is by Becca Cosmetics. And after I'm done with highlight, I will go in with the blush and bronzer, just with any leftover product to buff out any sharp lines. I love all of the Buxom lip products because they're all plumping and, we could use any help we can get in that department. So I really love this one, and the shade is called Bellini.